Good morning, this is Joyce, and yes, it's Saturday. I'm so happy to be off work and that I have a couple days to do some things, because even though it was a short week, it was so busy this week. It was just like crazy. I mean, just nuts. So, but anyway, I made it through and I solved some problems and I got caught up on, what we missed. It was a good week, but it was a crazy one. So, but I am really glad to be off and home. This morning we are back for another Saturday morning challenge of friends. It's a time where Shantae and I challenge each other to use product, because we both buy a lot of stuff and we own a lot of stuff, and so we challenge each other. We try to do things that we've never done before, things that we don't feel like we're good at, and we've tried them and not that good at them, and just to use up some of our product. And the challenge for this week was to use some of your old product, stuff that you've had in your stash for long periods of time. Okay, and for me, it's like K & Company paper. Love it, loved it. And I got really lucky one year at Michael's, and I walked in and they had all of these great 12 by 12 pads for $2, $3. And of course, being me, I bought duplicates. This is the second one of this Susan Wingate. I actually used one totally up, and so this is the second one. And I was thinking about getting rid of all these pads because they were just on my shelf, not being used. And I did get rid of some, because there were some I had 3 of, and I did donate those to one of the local charities, where they have a store and they sell, and they sell a lot of the stuff. So I did give away about 6 pads, but that still left me with quite a few. So today I decided, because of the purples and the blues and the greens and the butterflies and lots of flowers and stuff, I decided that I would pull this one out. And I've also decided that I'm going to leave it out so that I can do an album from it. I've done albums before and given them all away, so I would like to do another album for myself using this paper. So that is going to be a future project. So it's Susan Wingate. It is called, what is it called? Botanicals, or something to that effect. Yes, it has glittered paper, foil paper, and flats, double-sided. And I love the butterflies. They're kind of embossed. But anyway, so that was my paper, and that's what I use for all of my cards. I pulled out a lot of stamps, because I have stamps. As you can see, I don't have the packaging for these, but I think they were Fiskars or whatever it is. These I use, and I have used over the years. As you can see, they are pretty much out there, but I hadn't used, I used the thinking of you and stuff a lot on my note cards, but so I've used those. And then I pulled out this set. It doesn't have packaging, but I think I had only used this set maybe once. So what I used today was this thinking of you, and I used this one for birthdays, Party On. I pulled out this Hero Art set, and now these other stamps, the ink didn't stay on them, but on this Hero Art set, I couldn't get it all off. But I used the happy birthday, the star, and I thank my lucky stars for you. So those are what I used today. I remembered, I always say, oh, I don't know what set that Spellbinders come from, and I forgot all about. I had been saving the packaging and I had organized it like this. So most of them, I still have a few probably to organize. I use several different Spellbinders. See if I can find them. First of all, I used this one. That is the Labels 32. I used that one, and I used this one, which is Labels 25. I used the bigger one. I used that one, I think it was. I used this set, Labels 23. And I think I used one of these. That's Labels 18. So, and this is something, once I get my room organized, I'm going to have this out where I can actually see it, because I used to print, copy them on regular paper, and then I decided that I would just, so that was what I used to do. I used to just make copies of the fronts of the packaging. And then it was like, well, why don't you just cut the packaging out? But anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. I used those. I used several different inks that still had, a couple of them had never been opened. They still had the plastic on them. You know, I use the Distress inks all the time, so I inked some of my edges, and I used Seedless Preserves, and I used the Salty Ocean. And then I had these Adirondack inks, and I've got several. I had never opened them, so I used that to stamp with some of my stamps, and it's called Sailboat Blue, and it's Adirondack Bright. And then the Ranger Archival, I may have used it once or twice, but it's the deep purple, and you know that's why I bought it, because it was deep purple. So we're going to start. I made 8 cards. We'll start with the last ones that I did. My card stash was really low for, I mean, my personal, you know, I have ones that I keep set that I sell, and I needed some thinking of yous, so I used, these are the 2 thinking of yous, and these was just scraps that were stuck in that pad. I haven't done the inside because I usually write personal messages in cards like that, so I did 2 of those. The what is these dots? Enamel dots are from, and that's what I didn't show you, my bling and stuff, right? Okay. My enamel dots is from this pack, which was in the Michaels 40, they call sugar dots. And it was 48 pieces, and they were from Michaels in the $1.50 bin when they were on clearance for like 50 cents a pack. So I bought quite a few of those. And then this also came from Michaels clearance bin, and I think they may have been on clearance also. So I found several packages of those down in my drawer. So anyway, these are really simple. The stamp that I used on this, I don't know how to, I may need to clean it because it kind of puddles in there, but I kind of like the look of that. So that is, and it makes your cards unique. You know, I try not to, I thought about throwing them away, but you know what? I think it makes my card unique and different. I haven't stamped the back or anything, so I will get that done. And then this piece of paper was also another scrap. I matted it with using, my basis for these 4 cards was just some pre-made bases from Hobby Lobby probably. The paper that I used to mat is Gina K. Love that stuff. I need to go online and order some more colors because I really love it. And my purples, this purple, I have quite a bit of it left, but this darker purple, it is almost gone. So, like I said, these stamps came from, there might have been one stamp set that I did not show you. Here it is. This is a fairly new stamp set. Okay, I found this one. I bought this one with a 50% coupon at Michaels. It is Hampton Art, and it is a birthday set, so I did use that birthday one right there. I started to use that one. I really liked it, and this set also came with a stencil, so I am really looking forward to using that. So that's what I used that birthday one on this. That bling was just the last piece from a package I found in the drawer, so I decided to get rid of it. You know, we love to use up stuff, so anytime I can say, oops, that's done. And of course I use my Wink of Stella to kind of give it some glitter. I like that. Go forth and party. Happy birthday. I mean, I have to have some generic cards because I rarely have generic cards, because I always make my cards usually specific for individuals. But now, since you know who your birthday people are, I really need to start making those specific cards up and ahead of time. I've got to stop doing it the last minute. So here's another Thinking of You card. I really liked it. I liked it because of the butterflies, and I thought that went so well with the flowers. You know, I don't use a lot of flowers, but hey, I have been on it this morning, and I am so last minute today. So I really like that. So I took Wink of Stella and just one piece of bling from that set I showed you, and then the butterflies, I kind of gave them a little glitter. So that's card number, what is that? That's 4. Yep, that's 4. Okay. Now I cut the bases for these using the Michaels 110-pound stock. I really like the heavier weight of this. And then I did the mats, 2 mats under my flowered paper. I really loved this sheet of paper here. I love the roses and all the glitter and stuff. So I thought that was cute. I think my lucky star is for you, so you can give that to almost anybody. I mean, a man probably wouldn't appreciate the colors, and I did it different. I just cut it down the long way, and it is actually 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. The first 2 cards were 4 by 5 1/2. So I wanted a different layout, so I laid it sideways and I cut it to go this way. But then I thought, you know what, that's different. I never do cards that way. So I really like that one, and then I decided to do the double just because I didn't want to ink the edges of this. You know, I didn't want to ink all my edges. So that is card number 5. And then that bling is from that same package. Use that birthday stamp, and then there was one of the sets had the little curly swirly thing there, so I decided the bottom of the page had too much blank space, so I put that on there. I think anybody would be glad to get that, and I didn't want to cover up all the roses. I think somebody will be glad to get that card, another one with that layout, with that side flip. So that is card 6. And here is another Thinking of You. You can never have too many. And I love these flowers also. So that is card number 7. And then I did another birthday. So I only got 2 birthdays, several Thinking of Yous. No, I got 3 birthdays. So that's good. That'll add to my supply. And now I can really start to work on my craft show that will be coming up in 3 months. So this one I decided to open this way. I rarely do that. I also used the 110-pound paper from Michaels. Happy birthday, and then I just glittered the stars there. So yeah, that is my entry for our challenge. I love that my card stash is being built. And like I said, this is my personal stash. I will not be adding these to the craft show. This is for my personal use because I was limited, and I got some card bases that I had done. See, I have 3 4 1/4, and the others are 4 by 4. So you can see the difference in them. But those are my cards. I really, really appreciate you coming and watching us and listening to us. And I need you to go by and check out Shantae and show her some love. And thank you so much for supporting me and Shantae. I mean, I really appreciate it. I have some subscribers that I don't care what I post, they leave me a comment, and I just love it. It makes me feel so good. And it especially makes me feel good when, you know, a lot of times I come in and I just don't even get to the computer at night, you know, and I need to go and I need to check out so many blogs and leave so many comments. And, you know, I try to answer the comments that are left. So I plan to do better. Thank you. I'm just rambling now because whew, it's done. I came home and sat last night, so I didn't get much done. So thank you. It has, oh God, this has run 15 minutes. Sorry about the length of this video, everybody, but thanks for watching. And don't forget to check out Shantae. Her link will be in the box below.